All the writing was done when we were still a 5-piece, apart from like the lyrics and stuff. So it hasn't really changed our music, like the change in lineup.
No, it's never really changed the writing process at all.
I guess live, if there are 2 parts and one of them's harder, I'll give it to Bailey. But it didn't really affect the way I wrote stuff. I kind of just wrote with where I think was best for the song. But it means spending like a few weeks per song to the point where I can do both, so I can play the new stuff live comfortably.
The drums on the new album are there's a lot more subtleties, there's a lot more texture to them. It's just tried to make it more interesting, less straightforward, less straight groups of 16ths and stuff. Because I felt that on the last album it was a bit too straightforward, and although it had the intensity and the brutality, I felt that it didn't reflect what we could potentially get musically from the band. Whereas on this album, there's so much more to the drumming, and it's more musically interesting, giving it a lot more feel in general. It sounds less like a drum machine and more like a real human being playing the drums.
Lyrically, the album's a concept album, so it's kind of like a whole story about this guy living in complete isolation for a lifetime. And some of it deals with like personal issues. Like a lot of it kind of has a double meaning, so the song might help the story move along and be about the story, but at the same time it will relate to something personal as well. So stuff like problems with insomnia that I have, so like lying in bed at night and just thinking about the amount of time that you're wasting and just not sleeping and that kind of thing. Yeah, it was kind of easy to come up with the concept initially and then kind of just work everything out as I went. So it was kind of nice to have something to give me an idea, so you didn't just get to one song and just have no idea where to start from. Musically, this album represents us a bit better than anything we've done in the past. We definitely wanted to separate ourselves from a lot of bands that we were getting compared to on the last album. We just wanted to make something a bit more unique.
The production does represent that as well, though, getting more, capturing more natural elements this time, as well as the modern process sound as well. Just leaving it a little bit rough around the edges here and there.
Retain the feel.
Yeah, just not so sterile this time.
It's been a lot more experimental with different, not different scales, but
well, sounds, I guess. Like we recorded with a few different amps for different sounds here and there. And I think one of the main things that we wanted to achieve is we wanted the heaviness to be more like intense and raw. And I think the best way to sound heavy is to not sound too sterile and clinical, and like if you have some like ugly human elements coming through, it kind of adds to a more intense album.